what Nikki Haley is doing is only helping Joe Biden. She is not doing anyone any favors by staying in this race. And Donald Trump proved it tonight by not even mentioning her name.
So 2 questions of concern. One is her numbers are too big for her to go away. Every time we think that he's going to run away with it, she overperforms. And you've got 4 out of 10 saying they don't like the incumbent.
Yeah. Well, 38.5% in your home state, where you served twice as governor, is not good enough. I'm sorry to tell you guys that Donald Trump getting 60, 61, that number's only going to creep up a little bit more as the night goes on, just as it's been doing. It is a devastating loss for Nikki Haley. This race is over. The RNC believes it is over. And I can tell you from the conversations I've had amongst our members, you know, we're looking forward to consolidating and moving forward with our nominee and towards our convention.
Bossie, I concede the point because I have another one I want to make. The idea of what Trump faces going forward on the national party level, how true is it that the spigot is going to be turned off in terms of money for his legal fees, and that is what's going around the top ranks now, that if you want to be in power in the party, you got to turn off the money to Trump. He's got to pay his own way on these suits.
Chris, I'm sorry, are you asking if the RNC is going to not pay legal bills?
And just the upper echelons of the Republican Party. Do you believe they'll continue to finance Trump's legal fees, and how big a concern should that be?
Yeah, I think that there are donors out there in America who believe that Donald Trump is being prosecuted because he serves as the leader of the Republican Party, that he is being attacked by the Department of Justice and by Joe Biden. Joe Biden is prosecuting his principal enemy. That's what, look, let's just be honest. That's what guys in Russia do. That's what people in China do. You have your Department of Justice indict, prosecute, and jail your political opponents, and that is what Joe Biden is doing.
I see the other side of the argument as well. Donald Trump has asked for a lot of the scrutiny that he's getting. I don't love all the cases, and I think that he's getting lucky with the docket, frankly. I think the Bragg case is coming up early, probably helped make the case that you're making. But I also think that the former president asked for a lot of the trouble that he finds himself in today. But regardless, your point is instructive, that you believe that there's enough support within the Republican ranks that they'll keep financing these suits that Donald Trump finds himself in.
Absolutely, as it's been happening for now a couple of years, Chris. The evidence is very clear. There are people out there in America, I count myself one of them, who believes that Donald Trump is being under the assault he is because he serves as the leader of our cause. No more, no less. That they have to destroy him, and this is what it's about. Look, the mainstream media tried to do it for 2015 and 2016, they failed. They tried to do it his entire 4 years in the White House. They attacked him, and it's the reason that Joe Biden won. Part of the reason they won is because the left-wing media in this country made it so. And so he's been fighting the mainstream media and the Department of Justice for now 8 years. And we go all the way back, Chris, you and I, to the fake Russia collusion case that started this whole thing. So this has been going on for a long time. This is no surprise to Donald Trump, and he's willing to accept all these slings and arrows to save America and make America great again. And I can tell you, he's going to win in November, and we're going to turn this country around.
Nikki Haley's case is he's not going to win in November. I will. Look at the polls. Why do you think she outperforms him?
Oh, I don't think she outperforms him. First of all, Chris, look, Nikki Haley is doing no one's bidding but her own and Joe Biden.
But the polls say what they say,
by her staying in this race, by her creating a distraction, only helps Joe Biden. And if she's looking for Joe Biden to win again in November. She should continue this facade, this absolute fake campaign that she's running. Look, she's at 38.5% in her home state, where she won for governor twice.
I hear you.
This
and
is
she
not a
outspent him
victory.
14 to
This is
1.
not even a shadow of a victory.
I totally get it, and I know the history. I'm just saying, and look, I'm not doing great on the panel tonight either. I don't understand why she's outperforming the way she is in these versus Biden polls, but she is, Dave. I don't know the last time I saw a poll where Trump is beating Haley against Biden. What am I missing?
Donald Trump is going to beat Joe Biden.
I'm not asking you whether he's going to beat Biden. I'm asking you,
country,
why is she outperforming him? I am not buying you dinner the next time I see you if you don't answer this question. That's the threat on the table.
Well,
thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.